chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 47. Check, 47. I got you.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First down, Houston.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Watch the run.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 26 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready, set. Target, 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 target. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Cleveland. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cleveland firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cleveland. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue. Continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Set 18 Gator.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Shoot. Greystone, travel. Look at me. Door. Watch out. You're out. Now.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son.
Operating from the gun. Cleveland complete outright to Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Okay, ready? Watching your 5. Let's go.
From the gun, Cleveland. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6-0 our score after 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
70, Indy.
Second and 6.
Tighten up. Slam.
On second down, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Cleveland. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Mike, 55, right there.
2nd and 9 now. The Sanders has got it complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, watch the slant.
Go.
SOS.
Pass, go.
On 3rd down, Freeman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
All day, just like that.
Here's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
30 base.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, lock it.
26. Wide. Get wide.
Now.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Hey, let's get there. Check three.
5.
To throw on 3rd down, Cleveland. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Big grip.
On 1st down, Cleveland. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready up.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Charlie. Connor.
41. We've got a wedge down.
Get it.
2nd and 6. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Cleveland. And that's complete to Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Go there. 8, read. Fair.
Check.
Ready.
Off-play action. Cleveland. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Cleveland. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better than that.
We'll find out. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers.
Check 50. Check 50.
Look. Squeeze.
Check hot route.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Come on, set. 50, plant. Hard.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Snap.
Now it's Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
6. General West.
6 guys. Check.
Look at me. Door.
Check 3. Watch safety creep.
Door out.
Safety's creeping.
5.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Check 41. I'm going to come back to you.
Big grip.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cleveland. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Go.
I'm coming after you.
Check. Hey, lock it.
Crouch. Tight dog.
Throwing again. Cleveland. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Brings up third down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here I come. Kill.
Looking to throw. Cleveland. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike, right here. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Now watch run.
Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Cleveland. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Freeman. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, 26 yards. yards as his guys are back within a single score. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. From the gun, Cleveland, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. It's complete to Fuller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 47 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Throwing on 1st down. Cleveland. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Cleveland. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cleveland. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Cleveland. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 8. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
50, plant, protein, spill.
Watch the ship.
Get it.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Switch.
X3. 218. Chop it. Hey. High 7.
On 4th down, Cleveland. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Colby Listenby there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Cleveland. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cleveland. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first down, Cleveland. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week one.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't